All right, sports fans, welcome out to another episode of the Rockport-Fulton Sports Podcast, the Coaches Show. And tonight we got a special show for you. We're going to be talking Rockport-Fulton Pirate basketball. And on the screen, I have our head coach that I'll introduce here in a bit. He's got two of his players. And we'll have some questions for the guys and the coach. We'll talk about the district standings right now. Rockport sits at 4-2 in district play, currently second place. Got two big games coming up, the two final games. They'll have a big game that we'll talk about tomorrow night in Ingleside. We invite all the Pirate fans to drive out there to Ingleside, support the Pirates. That's a big, big game. So we want to finish off strong and get ourselves in the playoffs, but a pretty high seeding. So right now we have an advantage. We're in control of our own destiny, I should say, if we win out the final two games. And we'll talk a little bit with the guys about some of their play, some of the stuff that I've seen when we went to some of the games to record. But I'll introduce our head coach here first, Coach Keith Thompson. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, Coach. Thank you for coming out and spending a few minutes here. It's been a long day. Got a big game, but I always appreciate when you come in and bring some of your players. And then we have two of our varsity players here. I believe lower left, it's Alex Castaneda. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm great, Coach. I'm great, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you very much for coming out. And then bottom right, I believe that you guys have seen, we have our other varsity player, Gary Horton. How you doing, Gary?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, guys. Again, thank you for coming out, spending some time. I know going to school and then, practice, I think you guys had. And then to be able to find a little bit of time to come out here on the Pirates Coast Sports Network, our podcast, we really appreciate it because we get to introduce you guys over to our community for those that don't know. And we get to talk about your program and just some of the stuff that you guys can let the community know how well you guys are, talk about your team, how well you guys are doing this year. And I'll get with you guys here in just a bit. But I'm going to start the questions off with Coach. But Coach, before I get to the questions, I want to let everyone know that our podcast tonight is being sponsored by the Rockport-Fulton Pirates Club. You can get all your gear from the Pirates Club. We're talking about caps. This nice cap that I'm wearing, I bought it from the Pirates Club. They got caps. They've got shirts. I think they've got wintertime. I've seen some beanies. They've got stickers. They've got blankets. They got all kinds of stuff out there. And the way you can get it now is just follow them on their Facebook page. That's the Rockport-Fulton Pirate Club. Follow them on their Facebook page, and they're always putting stuff up, stuff that they restock, stuff if they get new stuff. You can direct them, send them a direct message, and they'll get back to you and they'll tell you what you need to do to be able to purchase your stuff. But they're still selling some stuff. They do this throughout the whole school year. And again, when you buy from the Pirate Club, you're supporting our athletic program. And I'll be putting up some stuff. They put out some stuff here a couple of days ago, so you'll see it on the podcast. I'll be putting up some stuff on the screen for the stuff that they have out there. So hopefully, if you're interested, like I said, direct message them. That's the Rockport Pirates Club. And I want to thank them for their sponsorship and all that they do for Pirates athletics and the Pirates Coast Sports Network. So, Coach, the first question I have for you, Coach, is this has been a great, great year. I think when we're sitting 4-2 in a very tough district. The district's always been tough. You got sitting. They're a little down this year from past years, but Beeville's tough. Ingleside's tough. Calhoun, first go around, man, you had a really, really good game, a good win against Calhoun at their place. Now we'll finish that up here in about two more games or so. But just give us your thoughts on what you've seen from your team so far in the district.
I would say that for the most part, we've competed really good. We've played hard, man. We've battled out of some tough games, put ourselves in some tough spots, but I would say for the most part, I'm proud of what we've been able to do this district season.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, the couple of games that we've gone out there to stream, we started out, we went out with Port Aransas, and obviously it didn't go our way. But every games that we've gone to see, the one thing I come out of after watching those games, is we've gotten better as a team, right? Like I see that, we've got two of these guys right here can hit that long ball, the three ball. Caleb Wilshire can hit the three, and we all know Brian Kaiser can do pretty much when he takes control of the game. Right, he can go inside. You said he's a lot stronger than he looks, faster than he looks, but he can also hit that outside shot. So I think we can beat teams many of ways. I've been really excited to go see these guys, and like I said, every game I think they get better. Let me get your thoughts a little bit on because the Calhoun game, because that's still about another week away. You guys traveled over there, got a 63-61 win, I believe. It was a really close one, but it was an exciting one for those that got to watch it. Talk to me a little bit about that game, and what did you see from your team that was able to pull that 2-point win?
Um, First off, I would just say, a great job to Calhoun. In the past, they've, we beat up on them pretty good. This year, man, they made some nice changes around, and they really put us, made us work for that win. I think we were down 15 or maybe 17 at one point. So I'm proud of the way the boys were able to fight back and not give up and do what they needed to do to go ahead and take that 2-point win.
Well, I tell you, and it was a great win, and I think it's Tuesday where Calhoun will come into town. It's Parents' Night. Also, it's the last game of the regular season for
Senior
the
night.
Pop. It's what is it?
Senior night.
I didn't hear you, Coach. I'm sorry.
Senior night.
Senior night, not Parents' Night. Senior night. Okay, so it's Senior Night. My apologies. So it's Senior Night on Tuesday. So again, we invite everyone to come on out on Tuesday. It's a big night for our seniors, and of course, it's going to be a great game. You heard Coach talk here about how that game we had to come back and fight back into that game to get the 2-point win at their place. So they're definitely coming over and try to get that W. We're going to continue to play hard and try to sweep them. So it's going to be a good one on Tuesday. So we invite all the Power fans to come on out to the competition gym here. Game time starts at 7:30. Coach, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. So definitely come on out. And Coach, I'll get your thoughts here about tomorrow's game with Ingleside here in just a bit. But I want to talk a little bit to Gary and Alex. Alex, are you a junior or senior?
I'm a junior.
Junior. Gary, you're the senior?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll go with the senior first. So Gary, listen, last year when I saw you, I mean, you hit a couple of threes, right? So going into this year, I knew, I said, Gary's going to have to play. And Coach and I have talked about that, right? Like you're going to have to play a bigger role this year than you did last year, right? For us to have some success. You've been able to do that. The one game I think I saw you hit about 2 3. So you can hit that corner three. You don't need very much room. Talk about uh, your improvement, right? Talk about from last year to this year, how you've been able to improve and get better.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time, in the summer just in the gym with Coach Thompson. He opened the gym a lot for us over the summer. He had a 9,000 shot challenge, and that really helped me improve in just every aspect of my game.
That definitely shows. Do you just play basketball for the Pirates, or do you play any other sports?
Yes, but I did run cross country, just I didn't run the meets. So I
Okay.
got like extra work in for basketball.
So it's pretty fair to say basketball is your sport.
Yes, sir.
At what age did you start playing basketball? Like at what age did you say, man, or did you pick up a basketball? Was it mom and dad that introduced you to it?
My mom
Mhm.
introduced me to the game
How old were you when your mom introduced you to basketball?
as soon as I was born.
Wow, that usually happens that way. And at what age did you start noticing, or did you say to yourself, if you've ever said this, was I can play this game. I'm pretty good.
I was probably 8 or 9
Hey,
in
that's
Little
good.
League.
That's awesome. That's usually how it happens. Let's talk about the season. Talk to us a little bit about this team. For those of us that never gone to the game but going to watch this podcast, when they come out and see a game, what are they going to see from the Pirates? So if I'm going out there tomorrow, and tomorrow's the first time I've seen these podcasts, but I've never gone out to a game, and I'm going out to the first game, and I'm excited about going and watching the Pirate. I'm a Pirate fan. What am I going to see from the Rockport-Fulton Pirates?
I'd say we started off the year just trying to figure out everyone's role and what we were trying to figure out what to do, because we're kind of a newer team together. we have three returners, me, Caleb, and BJ. And so we figured out, through the year how to play with each other and how everything worked. And I'd say if coming out tomorrow, you'd realize that we came really good together as a team.
Um, the chemistry.
Hmm.
What was that chemistry like going into the season? Because I always think, I mean, you can have uh, great basketball players, great athletes, right? Like they can run the ball fast with football. You can shoot, but chemistry plays such a big part, right? Because it does. If there's no trust, if the chemistry ain't there, probably not going to win a lot of games when they're just totally athletic and you're just better than the other team. But what would you say was the chemistry when this season started, right? I mean, you lose Roman, right? He was a 4-year starter. So somebody has to come up and pick up that slack, those 15, 20, whatever points he was getting, right? It's got to come from somewhere. So what was the chemistry like coming into this year to where it's at now? How much better has it gotten from the beginning of the basketball season to where we sit today?
I'd say it improved a lot. As we started, we really had a hard time a little bit. Not a really hard time, but we had a hard time figuring out how we could play different roles and how we could affect the team to, put more wins on the board. I'd say as the season progressed, we got much, much better in a really short amount of time.
It did, and that's so true. From like I said, a couple games we saw, we're like, okay, some of these teams are pretty good. We're gonna have to figure it out. Then we come back and we get some video on you guys, and I'm like, hey man, this is you can see, right, that there's been some improvement there in that area, which was really nice to see. Um, I tell you, um, so I loved baseball when I was young, when I was little. Like I loved baseball, right? I couldn't hit the ball very good, right? I just couldn't. And I quickly found out this is not going to be my sport. So I wasn't really a big guy for football when we got to varsity. So I tried basketball, man. It came natural to me. I mean, in middle school, I could shoot with my left or my right. It just came natural to me, right? But the one thing that I could never do really well was shoot the three. I don't have the distance. I just don't. I can hit the mid range and by the free throw line, go underneath and post you up, go right, left. I just can't shoot the three. When did you start, saying, okay, I can shoot the three? And then did it come easy to you? Because it didn't come easy to me. I still couldn't shoot it today. I probably shoot an air ball if I shot the three. That's horrible, but that's the truth.
I'd say when I was in the like seventh and eighth grade, I was a little shorter, so I had to how to shoot from more range because I was probably 5'1", 5'2", going into freshman year, and then it helped that I hit a growth spurt, so I'd have more like arc on my shot when I release higher. But I realized I could shoot the three ball probably eighth or ninth grade, but it progressively got much better.
Right. You see, and I had more like a sit shot. I didn't really have a jump shot, So I just, and I wasn't very fast either. I could just beat you, But I never learned. And as much as even when I was in high school, shoot the three, and I never felt comfortable, right? So I would just say like, I'm not the guy to shoot the three. Got to find somebody else. But in that mid range, you know, not too many people could stop me back in the day. But I just never learned how to shoot the three. So I always wondered, and how do these guys shoot the three? Because I'm telling you, man, the swish, it sounds pretty. It looks pretty when it goes in from the 3 point. So I can never make it, but I can definitely enjoy when the Pirates make it. So that's awesome. So now we'll go over to the junior Alex. So it's nice to know now. I don't know that you're going to come back. I'd ask you, do you play any other sports, Alex, for the Pirates?
Well, last year I did baseball and track, but this year I think I'm just playing basketball. I don't think I'm going to be playing baseball no more.
Oh, I saw you play in junior high, and the
Really?
coaches, and yeah, a couple years ago, and I would tell the coaches that we had then, man. So what's coming up with the future on those baseball podcasts? And your name always popped up. Can I ask why you're not going to play?
I just think I kind of lost the love for the sport, and I've just improved so much more in basketball, and I just love it a lot more than I do baseball. And I feel like I just don't have the best time when I go out and play, and I just rather stick to basketball. It's been
Absolutely. Go where your heart is, man. Absolutely. But we're definitely going to miss you on the baseball field. But yeah, I definitely understand that. Go where your passion is, man. That's awesome, and that really, I'm sure, will help you as you can continue to work on your shot in basketball for next year. Um, at what age did you get that basketball, and who introduced it to you?
Oh, my dad for sure. He probably gave me a ball when I was fresh out the womb. My dad has pushed this on me my whole life. He's wanted this more. He's wanted it for me more than anybody ever has.
Really? That's the basketball?
Yes, sir.
Wow, because most dads give the football first, right? Like most dads, here's the football. Wow. Did your dad play basketball?
Yes, sir. He did in high school.
There you go. That's why they like it. And at what age did you start realizing that, hey, I can play this sport? Like I'm pretty good.
I would say probably around seventh and eighth grade. Like growing up, I was never the best, but getting into middle school, like being on A team and starting, I realized I can actually continue playing and like love the sport.
Well, I remember last year on the podcast, or maybe the year after, I would talk to Coach Thompson, and because we always talk about the future. Who's somebody that you think is going to come up? There's somebody that we're going to be hearing their name, and like baseball, and I think you're an athlete because like I said, baseball coaches would mention your name. Coach Thompson's mentioned your name before, and this is when you were an underclassman before you were on varsity. So obviously, you were an athlete or you impressed the coaches because your name would pop up in some of these podcasts that I would do. So that's awesome. That's awesome. And I've seen some of your games. Obviously, the game against Ingleside, I think you had 2 or 3 threes. I'd have to go back to the video, but I know you hit a couple of those threes. How comfortable do you feel? Or does coach give you the green light, as because what's your position, a guard?
Yes, sir. I say I'm a guard.
So, I mean, do you have the green light? I shoot it when I'm open because as a fan, man, if you're open, shoot it. But of course, you can't listen to me. You got to listen to the coach, right? But do you have the green light, or when do you know to shoot, or how does that work for you?
I hit a few. I know I'm good, but Coach T hates my shot selection. He thinks I shoot some bad shots. But I say I'm around the yellow light right now. Once I get more consistent, I'll get there. But I take some bad shots for sure.
Well,
But
I know. Yeah, I know when we played. Well, yeah, you're right. We shoot it. No, don't shoot it. Goes in. Yeah, you did a great job. Coaches. One thing I learned when I played a ball was that coaches, they'd be mad at me one day, and then they'd be like not even a minute later, they're hugging me right. I hit a shot, so it's real quick. At the moment, they tell you don't, and then like 30 seconds later, they're giving you a hug because you got to steal or whatever. But definitely, it's great to see you. I mean, I think in some of the games I've seen, I mean, definitely when the 3-point shot is hitting, right? Like when you're hitting your threes and Gary is on, Caleb gets going. The Pirates are going to have a great night. 9 times out of 10, we're putting ourselves in a good position to win, right? I've seen that, and I think it opens up other things too when the outside shooting for Brian to do some of the things that he does, because I think that kid's amazing. I know he'll be back next year. If you watch him play, it seems like it comes natural to him. I know it's not. You have to do a lot of work, but just his control, the way he gets in, his footwork and his balance to shoot the ball when he's got a defender on him is really, really nice to see. So when you put all that together, I think the Pirates, we can beat teams many ways when we're on, right? Obviously, when we're not on, that's a different story. But I want to get your thoughts on this last game that we played, Alex. I'll go to you since we're here now. Um, Obviously, Beeville was one of the tougher teams in the district. When I talked to Coach before the district started, Coach Thompson mentioned that they were going to be really good this year. So we knew that they were really going to be good. They were going to have some players. I thought in the first game, I know we took the L, but we played them tougher. Last night, or Tuesday night, I should say, it looks like we never got going. I was watching the video on their network. They were watching the game on their network. I wanted to get your thoughts on just what you saw. What were they doing to us to give us? Because we missed some easy shots. Number one, we had a lot of shots that didn't go in at the beginning. Usually we get them in, so we were close range. It just didn't go in for us. But was it something that they did in this game that they didn't do before, or was it more of we just didn't go in and play our game?
I think it was really a dogfight. Like they wanted it more than us, and we weren't seeing shots go in, and we get in our heads. They were killing us on defense. We weren't flying around. We weren't doing our jobs, but it was just tough all around. And all I can say is they had a great game, and we just weren't as prepared as they were.
Yeah, it's not an easy place to play over there either. It's a smaller gym and it gets really, really loud. I've been out there before. Well, like the coaches say, it's amnesia. It's over. We're done with. Right now, we're still in a really good position here to finish out the season strong and hit that higher seed that I think would help us in the playoffs. I don't know. I'll get with Coach here in a bit. But Gary, if you're still on, I'd like to get your thoughts on the game. You heard what your teammates said. What were your thoughts on what you saw in Tuesday's game versus Beeville?
Yeah, just touch on what Alex said. I think we lost the rebound battle. We lost a lot of our battles, and shots obviously weren't falling. We put up 29 points, and I'd say they probably had their best shooting night. So, when you put those two together, that's what the score's going to look like.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't our night. That happens sometimes in basketball. We just got to wash it off. It's done, and we've still got a big game tomorrow. Going to Ingleside, the first game that we played here, we beat them. They made a game of it, Gary. They were coming back on us. That's where I thought Brian Kaiser really took over the game there at the end. They really didn't have an answer for him, if I remember that game correctly. He was able to do whatever he wanted to. I think we'll have to have another performance from Brian like that, but he's also going to have to get you guys. We're going to have to hit some shots. I want to get your thoughts, Gary, on tomorrow's game. What do you think we or you guys as the Pirate, me as the fan, what has to happen tomorrow night for us to get that win against Ingleside?
I think that Beeville loss really put a mindset on us that we need to, go out there, and even if the shot's not falling, we got to play really hard defense. We got to get in front of somebody. We got to really guard somebody. So I say tomorrow we're gonna really focus on keeping our heads up, even if we're missing shots. We're gonna get back on defense. We're gonna play our game as hard as we can.
Yeah, it's a 4-quarter game, and one thing I've learned about basketball, I'm sure you know it because you play it now, is that sometimes, man, when we're on, we're on. We can't miss. I mean, that's happened to me. And then there's other games where I couldn't hit a bucket. And I remember the coach telling me, then you play defense. Then you go steal the ball. Then you get on the ground. I mean, you got to do the little things, right? Get yourself to the free throw line. Whatever you got to do. If the shooting night's not for you, we need your points. Figure another way to impact that game. And I think that's great. If we start off struggling, which I hope we don't. It's 4 quarters, man. Just keep playing tough and give ourselves an opportunity to win. And I think we'll do that tomorrow. I think we're going to go out there and we're going to play a lot tougher, give more effort, and give ourselves a chance to win. And hopefully, when it's all said and done, we'll have swept Ingleside, and then we'll have that big game on Tuesday at home against Calhoun. Alex, I'll ask you the same thing. You got that big game tomorrow. Your thoughts on what you guys need to do to get the W?
I think we just need to leave Tuesday in the past and just come out and attack them. Like, first place, we can't get no more. We just need to get what's on the table in that second place. So we have to come out hot, and we have to win. Like, it's a must win tomorrow.
Definitely see that. Coach, any injuries? Are we going into the game tomorrow 100%? Is that something you can say or no?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that.
Cool. All right. Well, listen, guys, man, I thank you guys very much for coming on. Really appreciate you guys. And good luck tomorrow. I mean, we went out to two games that puts us in a great place, and I'll get Coach because I don't know how the seeding goes as far as the playoffs, but I'll get with Coach. But I'll give you guys the final word. We have Gary Horton, you're number 20, correct?
Sure.
Alex, I apologize. I know it's a single digit, I believe, but I don't know what the number is. What's your number?
Three.
Three.
Yes.
Okay. So Alex Castaneda, number 3, junior. Be back next year. Gary Horton, number 20, senior. I'll give you guys the final word. I'll go with the junior first. Alex, anything you want to add? Any shout outs you want to give? Girlfriend, family?
Well, I just want to thank my dad, honestly, for pushing me and wanting me to do this my whole life. And I want to thank Coach T for helping all of us and getting in the summer. He was in the gym twice a day, every day in the summer. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So I want to thank Coach T.
Absolutely. And that's what it takes. I tell people, if you want to go one round, but if you want to get deep in those playoffs, man, you got to grind. It's every day. And that's when it really starts. It doesn't start when the season starts, right? It starts when it's quiet and the season's over. And that's when the work starts and you prepare yourself for a long season because it's a long season. I mean, you guys play a lot of games, a lot of traveling. It's not like it's 10 games or something. You guys play a lot more games. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body. So thank you guys for what you do. And thank you for representing our community. You guys do a great job I'm proud to be able to go out there, call your games, and talk about you guys and have you guys on the podcast. Gary, any final words? Anybody? Anything you want to add? Any shout outs?
I just want to, say a thank you to my mom for pushing me, keeping me determined no matter what. And obviously to Coach T, he didn't only keep it open 2 times sometimes, he keep it even more than that. He always pushed us to become better in every single aspect, on and off the court. And thank you to the community too for coming out and supporting us.
Yeah, Coach Thompson, I mean, definitely cares about you guys. We can definitely see that. He goes a lot further than basketball with Coach, and I think we're very lucky to have him here as a coach and to be running our basketball program. But from what I've seen, it goes a lot further than just on the court as far as what he wants to teach his players. So we're lucky to have him. Thank you guys very much. Good luck tomorrow. Hopefully we get the W. And I'm gonna see if I can make it out there. If I do, it'll just be with my phone. But I'm trying to make it out there. It's not too far from the house, but I can get off early enough and record that game so that people that can't make it can definitely support you guys through the Pirates Cove. If I do can get out there, it would be on Facebook tomorrow, and I'll post it. It won't be on our YouTube. It'll be on our Facebook if I can make it out there. But thank you guys very much. Hopefully, after the season's over, if we're still playing in the postseason, Coach can bring you guys back again, and we can talk about the postseason. But thank you very much. Have a great night and good luck tomorrow.
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
stick around. I got some questions for you. Got some great guys there.
Yeah.
And I think the way they conduct themselves on the court, their class act, and of course that starts with our leadership always, and your assistant coaches and the job that you guys do. Coach, just want to get your thoughts on Ingleside. The first game we played them here. They made a run at us. I thought we had it in hand. Obviously, they made a run. They hit a couple of threes. We know they've got some guys. The young kid, he hit 5 threes the other day in the game. I got his stats. So I think his name is Landon Young. So they've got some dudes that can shoot that three ball. Your thoughts on what you want to see from the team, but what's the keys to winning that game?
I mean, kind of like you said, Landon Young kind of got off on us last game. We need a little bit more attention to detail with him. I thought he made some tough shots, but I also thought early on we gave him some good looks to kind of get him going. So we want to make it more difficult from the beginning. You know what I mean? Not letting him see the rim too much. I think we have the athletes to stay in front of him and put him on the floor. We don't want him to get too comfortable catching and shooting. But for the most part, I think we did a pretty good job of defense wise. It's just like the guy said, man, we have to take pride in our matchup with guarding guys and boxing out and all the little things. We really talked about it. We talked about it a lot this week about how many other ways you can affect the game of basketball besides putting the ball in the rim, right? Every night your shot's not going to go, but you can rebound every night, right? You can play defense every night. You can talk, you can communicate, you can fly around, you can dive on the floor. Like all those little things you can do because those are things you can control. You can't control your shot going in. If you're open, you take it. If it goes in, great. That's what we want. But if it doesn't, then all the other categories that you can control, A+ effort. That's what we need.
Yeah, and that gives us the best opportunity to win. And that's all you can ask for, right? At the end of the game, give yourself that chance to win if it's not your night. So, and I think the boys talked about it here on the podcast about, they know themselves. They said it themselves, right? You didn't have to say it for them. They know they didn't give that effort. They know that what we saw, if you were at the game or on that video, and they said it themselves. They know exactly what they didn't do. They said we didn't give that effort. I think knowing that's not a good feeling for them, they're going to come out. I think they're going to play with a lot of energy tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a great game there in Ingleside. And again, for all our Pirate fans, it's just a 20-minute drive right here from Rockport. There, not that big of a drive, man. Let's go down there. It's a big game. Of course, we've got 2 left. We've got to win those out to get in the postseason, obviously. But you want to win the games no matter what, right? And so I know that we can pack their gym with green and gold. Like I said, it's not that long of a drive. Definitely go out there. The varsity starts at 7:30, so you got plenty of time. Hopefully, I can
Yeah,
get out there as
we
well.
we actually had a schedule change. So
Okay.
the JV will play at 5, and the varsity will play at 6:30 because they don't have a freshman team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're hearing it here. So that schedule that we had, it's 6:15. You said, Coach?
Yes. 6:30 for the varsity game.
6:30 for the varsity game. So that'd be 6:30. So it's an hour earlier than what it is, but definitely go out there and support our boys here. Like I said, they've got a great opportunity to finish strong, get themselves in the postseason. Hopefully, we can make a run there. Coach, before we get into talking about the playoffs and the stadium, how all that stuff works, let's talk a little bit about the other levels. Talk to us a little bit about, we've got 2 games left for our underclassmen, our JV and our freshmen. Let's start with the JV first. Just an overall summary on what you saw from them from beginning to where they're at now.
I mean, we kind of talked about it earlier. I think the last time we were on the podcast, they started off a little rocky, right? Not so great. A lot of them hadn't, really touched the basketball since last year. So the rhythm was a little off. But once they got into the gym and they played more and started to gel with each other and like the new guys on the team and stuff like that, I feel like they made leaps and bounds. The first time that they played Beeville at home, I think we were actually winning by like 7, and then I think Beeville ended up winning by like 1 or 2. And Beeville's a good basketball program, so anytime you can be winning against them, I think you're doing a phenomenal job. So you know they really did a good job there. Um, I believe our JV's 4-2 as well in district. So
So,
they're doing just as good as the varsity. They made so much progress, so much progress. Talking to some parents, passing through games, this and that, and they're like, "Man, the boys look so much better." I'm like, "Yeah, playing those tough teams at the beginning of the season really helps, because you get used to it, the physical, ability of some of these guys that are really gifted at the JV level at these bigger schools, or the ball handlers that are really good, the shooters that they have." So, like I said, man, I try not to do us any favors in the beginning of the season. Trying to prepare us for a tough playoff matchup or what we have in district. So it looked like it paid off for them.
yeah, and I know sometimes we look at a record and all kinds of things pop into your head, right? But for you as a head coach, it's not about the wins or the losses at that level, right? You're trying to get these boys better, right? And when you beat a team by 30, okay, and you're playing these teams that you can win. I don't know how much better you get as a team or an individual. You go play these tough teams, you lose by 10, 15. I know it doesn't look good on the sheet. I know when your record isn't, it's more losses than wins. You're just kind of like, oh, how good are we? But I know for the coaches, it's seen. You guys see what possibly I don't see as a fan, right? And the work, and then you see now, we're 4-2 in district. We're playing a lot better in district. Maybe we weren't playing as tough as we were at the beginning of the season, but now parents are coming to you and say, "Hey, man, these teams we're getting better." And I think that's, as a parent, I know as a parent, when I have my kids playing, man, you always want to see your kids get better. I mean, that's the goal, right? We want to win. When I competed, coach, I wanted to win all the time. Like, I did not like to lose. I took it personal when I lost in anything. I was very, very competitive. But I also understand as a parent now, you want your kids to get better, and sometimes you got to go through that streak where things aren't going as good. But then you see that you're getting better, and then in district where it counts, they're playing a lot better, which is great. So it's good to hear that the JV is now playing better with all that tough competition that you gave them, which they probably said, "Coach, we really don't want to play these teams. We're not doing very good." But here we are now. We're winning. And then let's go to the freshmen. This team started off strong. They won some tournaments. They played good. I think they're playing good still through this district. What can you tell us about these guys from start to now?
Oh man, these kids in the freshman group there's a lot of talent in that freshman group. Um, there's a lot of could be's, you know what I mean? That could be varsity guys that if they stick with it. But what I like about them is, man, they got a lot of hard workers. They got a lot of hard workers. They got guys that didn't make our travel team that made practice teams, and they stuck with it, man. And they've been showing up every day, even though they haven't been able to suit up and play. Some of them, yes, some of them, no. but a lot of them just stuck with it, and they just keep practicing and that impresses me more than anything, because it shows me how bad you want it. You know what I mean? Like, so just coming to practice at 6 o'clock in the morning, knowing that, hey, like, I'm not gonna be able to go travel, but I want to get better. I want to do this. I want, you know what I mean? Like, that is impressive to me as a freshman, for you to put your pride to the side and continue to work. I think that's, what I want the program to be about. Hard work, you know what I mean, over talent. So I am really impressed and proud of that group.
It's awesome. It's awesome that they stick, that even if they don't get there, like this, if they're playing, they stick with the pro. You're only going to get better if you stick with the program, right? You still got years before you graduate. You still got an opportunity. If you stick with it, who knows what next year happens? You're going to continue to get better. And I think you're right, Coach. Just when you come in, and you're not, you're not going to travel with us, but you're here at 6 a.m, or 5:45, 10 till 6, whatever. That says a lot to me too. That definitely tells me you want to get better. You want to play this game. And that's awesome. So I'm glad these guys hang around. Look, I've seen that freshman team a couple of times. They impressed me. There wasn't one or two guys. Like, I watched them a couple of times, and I'm like, man, there's some ballers there, and that excites me for this basketball program, which is really, really good. And again, they had a great season this year. They've got 2 more games left. Definitely come on out and support them as well. They're the future of this program, right? They're the guys. Those are the names that you're going to be hearing about next year and the year after, and probably the next 2 to 3 years. So they're very important to this program. So if you got time, definitely come out a little early, stay a little late. Watch our junior varsity, watch our freshmen, and then come on out to Ingleside tomorrow. It's 6:30, not 7:30, 6:30 in Ingleside. It's a big district game. Rockport took the first one, and hopefully we can get the W, sweep Ingleside, and that sets up that final game, senior night on Tuesday here against Calhoun. Should be a good one. So these next 2 games are going to be really good. We really need all the Pirate fans to go out there, support us on the road in Ingleside tomorrow, then on Tuesday at home. Coach, the one on Tuesday is at 7:30?
Yes, that one will be at 7:30.
So that one will be at 7:30. Okay, Coach, the final question I got for you is, I know it's still premature. You probably don't want to talk about the playoffs, but should Rockport get into the playoffs? Is it seeding? Is it big school, small school? How does all that work?
So right now we're in second place. There's 2 more games left. We've clinched the playoff spot, so we're in the playoffs no matter what. The seeding right now is us in Ingleside are fighting for 1 and 2 for the small schools. Port Lavaca and Beeville are 1 and 2 locked for big schools right now. So we're a playoff lock no matter what. It just depends on how these last 2 games go as far as what our seed is.
So we go small school. So there is small school.
Yes, we're going small school. Us in Ingleside. So we're trying to figure that out through these next couple of games.
So whichever team wins. Okay, so let me say this. So if they were to win, right, then we tie 1-1. How does that work? It goes into the Calhoun game.
Well, so Ingleside just lost to Calhoun.
Right.
So they're 2 and 3. We're 4 and 2. So if they somehow manage to beat us tomorrow, we'd be 4 and 3. They'd be 3 and 3. They would need us to lose to Port Lavaca, and then beat Beeville.
Okay.
To even beat, you know what I mean? So, like, even if we lose tomorrow, knock on wood, but even if we lose tomorrow and we take care of business against Calhoun, and they don't take care of business against Beeville, then we're still second seed, because we have 4 wins.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
They really need us to fall apart these last 2 games.
Let's hope we don't. Coach, I want to ask you, like, this conversation you and I having, do you ever have this conversation with the players, or do you just say, look, we're just moving forward? Or is this a conversation that you never have with them as a team, not individual, but as a team?
Oh yeah, I talk to the boys a lot. I like to keep my players in the loop about a lot of different things. I think that's just the type of person I am. I like them to feel some type of ownership of the program, and kind of just let them know, like, hey, like, we are, this is our positioning, you know what I mean, this and that. At the end of the day, this all falls on all our shoulders, but mostly y'all's, because y'all are the one out here playing. So, like, this is the position that y'all put us in. This is the position that we could come out in, you know what I mean, like, and just leave it out there for them to decide, our fate. but we're real big on the next game being the most important game, and trying to take care of business on that. But they know what's at stake. They know how the seating works, and all that. I try to keep them in the loop as much as possible, just so that they can also talk to their parents about it.
Yeah.
And that there's no unanswered floating around questions.
No, it's good that they know where you're at and where they at. I mean, like you said, it really boils down to them because they got to go play the game, right? You can only do so much as a coach and prepare them. They got to go out there and execute, right? And then so you can't execute for them. You can put them in the best position you can as a coach to go out and win the game, but they got to execute and make some plays. But I think after the showing, what I heard from Gary and Alex, I think they understand the effort they gave in the last game, and I really think they're going to come out with a lot of energy. They're going to hustle, and it's going to be a great game. I mean, it's going to be two teams going to be battling. And it's going to be great to see. The more I think about it here, the more I say, man, it's going to be a great game. I got to find a way to get out there early enough to stream that game. And again, if I can get out of work a little early or make it out there, which I should be able to, because it's really not that long of a drive, to be able to put it out there so people can see that game. Because I think it's going to be a great one. That's tomorrow, 6:30 in Ingleside, big district game for all the Pirate fans. Definitely, if you can make it out there, please take that drive out there. And I'll let you guys know if I'm going to stream it. And if I'm able to stream it, it will be on Facebook. It will not be on YouTube if it is streamed. If I can get out there, we'll be able to show it on Facebook. But I'll let you guys know. I'll create a post. Coach, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate your time. Thank you to Gary and Alex Castaneda, Gary Horton, and Alex Castaneda for coming on. I always appreciate them coming on, Coach. And I'll give you the final word, man. Anything you want to add?
See y'all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Coach. Good luck. And let's get that W. Let's bring that W home.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a great night.